Ginninderry is a joint venture cross-border residential development across 1,600 hectares in the ACT and New South Wales. Over the next 35 years, 11,500 homes will be built within the development. The Ginninderry development is more than bricks and mortar. Social inclusion is extremely important, and Ginninderry want to ensure that the economic benefits are shared with the capital region community. The Spark Training and Employment Initiative ensures this.
We've been focusing a lot on integrated weed management this year, and particularly looking in the Canberra context to have a look at what we do locally in terms of integrated weed management and what that means, what strategies we use to control invasive plants, using several methods.
So the Sparkies have been a wonderful asset to us. We don't have a massive team, and they've been a wonderful help trying to just maintain areas that need to be maintained. Not only that, it's a place that we can share knowledge both about the environment as well as cultural, and to look after this place and foster that in our new Sparkies.
For us, it's been really good to be able to share with some keen students, because where the trust is at, things are starting to pick up, and it's good to be able to share that with some people who are really interested in it, and also gives good helping hand with some of the jobs we have out.
The benefits of us all working together is it's a really nice collaborative effort between CIT and the Ginninderry Spark program. So we're getting people who are really interested in conservation coming out and being able to engage on the land and in the classroom, and they're actively working with all these people out here to potentially get jobs for the future.
This year, I'd love to thank our partners. I'd really like to thank the Canberra Institute of Technology and all our teachers at CIT. I'd like to thank the Conservation Corridor team for helping us and taking our participants out into the corridor. I'd also like to thank Strathland's Arts and Cafe Stepping Stone, and I'd like to thank United Care Kippax for partnering with us.
Before Spark started, I was in between jobs. I couldn't drive for 6 months because I had a seizure. Then when Spark came up, I reckon I just loved everyone around, people, chatting with them the whole time. It was just a nice, friendly environment.
We just sit there and have banter most of the time while we're doing our work. Actually pretty fun.
These guys are just fantastic. They've all got their own characters, but they all get along well together. I really enjoy their company.
The support I've had has been good. Like every time I've needed to talk to someone or had troubles with stuff, there hasn't been any negative pressure or anything like that put on me to complete everything. With the COVID, you'd be thinking that it'd be the opposite. It's been a very flexible informational course.
With the Spark, you get awesome benefits, free food, which is awesome, and you also get the white card and asbestos card, which will help you out in the future, even getting onto just the workforce, like in construction.
Well, it's sort of really pointed us in the right direction, you know. It's set us up in the right aspects of PPE, workwear, timetable, knowing what to expect and whatnot, and it's really given us the right idea, whereas with our CIT teachers, combination with the Spark program together, it's just worked really well, I think.
Oh, Blake, one of the reasons why I loved horticulture so much, he's so passionate. Like, he just lives and breathes with plants, and Blake is just like, you can barely get away from his excitement. So yeah, he's definitely contagious with his knowledge.
Shannon, she's super friendly, super helpful. She can ask her any question, and I couldn't have picked a better teacher for her.
Lee's a really good teacher. He's very like how you'd expect someone who works with timber to be, but then really just nice and down to earth. I like that about him.
Mel is an incredibly supportive and courageous person, and backs you up and motivates you to not only do the course but make sure that you're comfortable in every scenario.
I've absolutely loved coming out into the field with the conservation team. It's just been great to actually kind of use what we've learned and then put it into practice, whether it's weeding or like figuring out where to put cameras and that sort of stuff.
Putting gravel into the wicking beds, we're learning how to use machinery as well at the same time, which is really cool.
I've never done this before, driving all this truck, digging, cutting. Maybe it's good for me to learn something new, just jump out my comfort zone.
I'd say definitely try it. You might surprise yourself. I was definitely one of the ones thinking that maybe I wouldn't, but I know I wanted to. And I'm glad I did. From the first day I was glad. So I come home every day with a smile on my face.
If they can get into this program and really commit to it, they can keep going further than this. You know, this is just a stepping stone to where they want to be. I would think it's a great stepping stone for better things to come in their lives.
During this program, it made me realise that I do want to volunteer. I do want to go out and help. Like, it made me realise it's so beautiful to be outside and be able to identify things and know what's around you and try to find a job in the conservation, basically getting out more and trying to help out a lot more.
You've all successfully made it to the end and you've done an amazing job.
You've all got the skills now, go make yourself a job. Just start talking to people, see what you can get into, and you can make your difference that way.
They're just an amazing, wonderful group of people, and I think they have a hugely bright future ahead of all of them.
I wish you all the very best for the future, and I can't wait to see what you go on to do.